Can you just come back to the camera and say goodnight properly and not be a jerk? Here, just pick it up.
Good night.
Just pick it up and look in the camera, very without being sarcastic. Okay, I got one thing for you here. You're gonna have to do the jazz hands because there's a new subscriber.
Pizza.
Can you do the jazz hands? New subscriber.
No, I'm in my phone. God damn.
Perry, did you blow a guy? Did it hurt?
Ever! Fucking sick bitch!
Oh, there we go. We all know what time it is anyway. Yeah, almost 8.5 hours. That's pretty good. Yeah, we'll definitely do more of the this type of stuff. This was my dream, by the way, when we like first did this, and we did some early mobile stuff. You remember like Perry Goes to Costco, like when he walked around with the phone, I think back in September, and I'm sorry, December, and you know it was still like prime pandemic mode, so not a lot of people. But the fact when he was out, you know, the fact that that's why I kind of want to take the Bluetooth speaker, but the fact that the comments are getting read and other people can hear it, and like he has to grit his teeth to like not blow up, you know, like when he blew up inside when the apartment, like he knew he was dying to get that out for a while. So this is good. We can, you know, we can work with this. This is good. This is an aspect I wanted to work on. That's never really. It's hard to transition. You know, because you're doing a lot of encoding and stuff. Twitch, Streamlabs is doing a lot of work. Skype's doing a lot of work, and it's tough when you're transcoding 3 things at once, which is Twitch, YouTube, and the main archive. So, obviously, I think it's a unanimous decision that this is how we do it going forward. Just live streaming on Twitch. Archives will be on YouTube. Oh, thanks, Liz. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for hanging out this late. By the way, that burrito looked terrible. As hungry as I am, and I'm like super hungry right now, that looking at that burrito actually made me okay. I don't know who that guy was in the parking lot. That was weird. Please don't, you know, if you're out there enjoying it, please don't try to be a part of it if we do these, you know, mobile streams, because, you know, that's kind of why we haven't done it in a while since the last place, the crab thing. I don't think it was a delivery. Because delivery, they probably would have let in. I don't think it was a delivery. They would have said there's a guy with a delivery for you. I said it earlier. Do I know when the YouTube archive will be updated next? This week for sure. I will at least get the next one out this week. And if I don't, you can crucify me. But yeah, this week for sure there'll be another upload on YouTube. Oh, they're called stream snipers. Yeah, I get that. I had to quickly call Denny's when I was peeing just to see, like, you know, just to play it safe, to see if it was okay. I said, hey, I said, is it okay if I just said I was Perry. I was like, hey, you know, this is Perry Caravello Live. Is it okay? Can we come in with my phone and do a live stream on there? And they just mumbled something. They were like, yeah, no, sure, yeah, no, yeah, come in, yeah, we're open. And I took that as consent. So they didn't seem to care one way or the other. Yeah, the gimbal. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, I'll get him a gimbal. At some point, you know, just, you know, something easy setup. No, I didn't do the Perry voice. No, it was a quick, like literally a quick call. Like I didn't really actually have to pee. I just wanted to call the just run out and just do that call real quick. I didn't want to do it on the air, but I know I didn't do the Perry voice. Is there a way to get the TomB week on YouTube soon? Probably not, because I'm going in order of the last one, so it'll be a while before TomB's on YouTube. But they're on Patreon. But no, it'll be. I don't know when that'll be. I can't give a timeline for that, because I still got to get through April on YouTube, and then May, and then June. So soon enough. But I don't give a thing. VIP should get remote control so they can move Perry around the city like they're playing Grand Theft Auto. That's good. No, he didn't get a celebrity discount, shockingly, but I did like that he asked for it. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no streams in Perry's neighborhood. He's too easy to find. But yeah, but I also like if something bad happens, like we lose the connection, or something like that, then he's a quick trip back to home. But I think we just got to do places that are we don't announce ahead of time, and then somewhere where he can drive home, and it could be like maybe a 20-minute. I think we've waited. I think we've sat through 20-minute poop breaks with him. So a 20-minute drive home, we can fill the time here with just us while he's driving, because again, you cannot drive and stream, understandably. So anytime he is in the car driving back home, you would have to, just go to another screen or something like that. Me neither. I will never forget him shouting, "I never blew a guy in a packed restaurant." Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities with this, and I'm glad I tested it out tonight, because number one, the Ring Cam. I mean, again, I'm using a different version of the Ring Cam than I was previously. The Windows one that kept crashing. I don't use that anymore. But I used the one from BlueStacks, which is an Android emulator, and that was rock solid tonight. Sometimes it's a little like heavy, because BlueStacks takes up a lot of system resources, as well as Streamlabs, as well as Skype. And I don't know. Without the extra burden of streaming to YouTube, everything was rock solid tonight. Knock on wood. I'm not going to get too overconfident, but everything was great tonight. And I love how he can't turn it off and struggles with the phone. Right. I think there was definitely one point where he got home and turned around and thought he had reset it, or turned the phone off, and couldn't believe when he heard my voice again. He was super mad. Can we get a Perry style apology about the body paint? I gave him a pretty good apology today. We talked a while today. Then he talked to his cousin Mark, who Mark was just checking in, kind of calling him out on his bullshit on Friday. But if you're not on Patreon, there's 3 really heavy, like not heavy, but like heated, rage-fueled voicemails that Perry laid on me. I didn't even talk to him yesterday. In fact, on the voicemail, he says like, I don't want to talk to you tonight. Don't bother calling me back. I don't even know if I want to talk to you tomorrow. And then he ended it with saying like, "Good day, fuckface." It was like crazy. So that's on Patreon if you want to check those out. Yeah, Hero. I think we can do that. I think we can call Perry and ask him for his favorite moments. Absolutely. Oh, I can't call him on that phone because that's a little battery. I'll call him on the other one. Let's do that. I think he's going to be busy, but we'll see. You think you finished that quick? Try the other phone.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, are you busy?
I'm about to jump in the shower. What's up?
I just wanted to quickly check in. What was your favorite moments of the stream tonight? If you had to pick
Going
a
for a bite to eat.
top 5. That would be number 1. What would be like number 2?
Putting the fire, burning that fucking shirt. Now I hope I don't get in trouble for that because it's all over the complex cameras and stuff.
I think you're okay. I wouldn't worry about that.
I put it out and throwing that burnt out shirt in the big bin. You know, there's no fire in the bin, so.
Okay. Any other favorite moments that come out? I thought
Denise, excuse me. Did Denise seriously write in and say that I'm in trouble and stuff?
That's what it said on the stream. I don't think it was really her, to be honest. I wouldn't bother her tomorrow.
I gotta bother her tomorrow for my fucking kitchen sink.
Okay, but don't bring that up.
She'll probably bring it up to me. I'm just gonna say that I need my kitchen sink.
Right, but don't bring up the shirt. Really, don't bring up.
I'm not gonna bring up the fire in the shirt.
Yeah, I'd keep that to yourself.
I'll let her do that.
If she does,
she'll do that immediately. What are you burning on right outside the garbage bin?
Right. Anyway, I just want to say, in all seriousness, really great job today, and I know, I really was.
You're making these streams so psycho.
No, but the going mobile at the end was really important because I wanted to do that, and I'm glad it worked out, and I was really glad that you were so agreeable. Like you were really good today, and I really appreciate it because you make my job a lot easier when you're like this. So I think
I'm turning into a fucking prick.
Yeah, well, you weren't a prick. You weren't a prick.
I gotta talk to the maintenance man again tomorrow, hoping or talk to the manager and the maintenance man, hoping that they can fix my garbage disposal tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't know what part of the day they'll be able to do that, but that's got to be done right now. I am feeling either
did you
a bug on my arm or sweat on my arm.
Did you enjoy that knee slide in the hallway as because it looked like you were enjoying it?
I used to enjoy doing that shit in the grocery store.
Oh, okay.
I used to run down the aisles and slide on my knees in the grocery store.
Oh,
with skateboarding knee pads on back when I used to work in the grocery business, because I needed the knee pads for stocking the shelves and stuff at night in my liquor department. So I used that for stocking my liquor as well as for being a grocery store cardboard ripper. It was just called being a ripper. So when I'm ripping cardboard during all the aisles and stuff and picking up, the big cardboard from different aisles and trash and throwing it in the big baler in the back room, I used to sometimes slide my knees like a punk kid in the grocery stores. So, yeah.
It didn't look like it was your first rodeo.
Oh God, no.
No, you knew what you were doing.
Dude, I skateboard pools and ramps. When I fall on my knees, I slide. Just like you see on the video.
Yeah.
I slide exactly like that.
Well, that takes some skill. It's like learning how to dive and slide in baseball, like where you gotta
again. Skateboarding is a sport.
No, it's not. It's
there's
not.
There's a lot of talent that goes along with being a skateboarder.
Okay, now you're taking it too far. That's not true. It's not a sport.
It's a sport, and there's a lot of talent involved in being a skateboarder.
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, maybe a talented 12-year-old, but not a
talented individual that skates empty pools and ramps. X Games talent, yes, a lot of talent.
All right. Well, look,
I don't watch the X Games. I'm too involved in my baseball game. Baseball's for girls. That's a chick sport.
All right, Perry. You know what? I'll let you have that. I'll let you have that because you were great tonight, and I really appreciate you making my job. I wish every stream could be like this because you make my life easier when you're like this. So, you can have that one, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay? Get a good night's sleep.
Yep. Bye.
All right. Bye. I didn't want to push the envelope too far there. But yeah, this was good. I feel good. I feel good about this Twitch only thing. I know there's a lot of people bummed out about, because some people were like hitting me up like, "Hey, what's up with YouTube? Can you go live on YouTube?" And really, this was a test run for a lot of reasons, and I just can't see going back to streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I see YouTube as an archive hub. Not to constantly repeat that, but I'm still getting, like, every time I look at my phone, I get somebody else messaging me about it. So and yeah, we'll do more mobile things. I kind of like the I really love the impromptu mobile, because I really wanted the shirt thing to work mobile, and there was that little bit of hiccup where he was on Wi-Fi. And we had to get the 4G on, and I was about ready to bail on it because I didn't think you can get it, and then it worked. And then once the shirt worked, I was like, well, hey, if he's going out for a bite to eat, which I know he said he would, I said, let's take a walk with him. Yeah, like Belushi Sushi says, he did offers. It went on for ages. He ended in a good mood. This is the kind, look, you're not always going to get these streams. It's not always going to be like this. I mean, but as the stream evolves, I'd like him to have a better attitude about it. But, Perry's going to be Perry. Sometimes he's, Wednesday he could just be a jerk. But whatever. As long as you have quality options on Twitch, YouTube isn't necessary. Yeah, well, that happens with partnership. You'll have more options as far as the quality. Like they don't guarantee you. Twitch doesn't guarantee you 720p. In fact, they recommend you don't stream. That's not 720, 1080. Twitch recommends you don't stream in 1080p unless you're a partner, because they don't guarantee the bandwidth. And I think that's why it stutters and stammers for some people so much. But once you're a partner, it's going to be less of an issue. But I've heard from people that have previously had problems with Twitch saying it was pretty rock solid. Yeah, only partners get transcoding priority. That's right. So, we'll see. I think you two are coming to a compromise in your relationship. Well, I don't know. I think I'm a pretty good compromiser. There's some things in life you shouldn't compromise on ever. But, you got to leave room for compromise. Yeah, I think if they have the bandwidth, they'll give it to you. So sometimes you'll get the quality options if they have the bandwidth. But if it's a crapshoot most of the other time. You know that thing where they say words to the Hulk to get him to turn back? Tom has that with Perry with skateboarding stories. Yeah, I didn't want to push the skateboarding thing because he was being, he was being so cool. At the end, I'll let him go along about the skateboarding if he wants. I didn't want to get into a tit for tat with him. Fuck. Yeah, this is a long one. Will the 24-hour stream be 12-12-12? Well, it might as well be, right? Maybe New Year's Eve next year, if we even do New Year's Eve. What day is New Year's Eve on next? Because we used to do that early on. It was based on like holiday stream, like holidays. Like, it was official stream for. It's a Friday. Mailbag Friday is December 31st. So, yeah, that's where we'll be on New Year's Eve. Oh, they have a red Skittles shirt on Amazon. Is it Prime shipping? Fuck, I'd have to order that right now. I'll look. Shit, I forgot. I actually forgot about the Skittles stuff. Yeah, because I do want to do a Skittles stream on Wednesday. Yeah, I like the Lucky stories too, like him sliding around. That was funny. I never heard that before. How did I see the potential in Perry initially to know something like this stream could be really successful? Honestly, I didn't. Um, I mean, I did. I knew something needed to happen with him to offset the financial issue that we were having. You know, with him not having his disability anymore, and Cameo was nice, but that was never going to cut it. As far that's not, that's. I mean, he does okay on there, but it's not enough to cover his expenses, let alone have any kind of profit whatsoever. But yeah, I don't know. It kind of happened organically, as Perry would say. We tried OnlyFans kind of as a joke, and then I think honestly, I guess the answer to the question is OnlyFans. Once that first stream on OnlyFans was much better than I ever thought it would be. Then I knew there was something, and then Scott came to me with the suggestion of Twitch, which I was very hesitant at doing at first, and he pushed me on it, and I'm glad he did. And then once we did the Thanksgiving stream, then I knew Twitch was the answer. By the way, Danko, I see he turned the thing off before your comic came in. That'll be the first thing I run on Wednesday. I see it in here. Just only one in the tank, so that'll show up on Wednesday. Yeah, Joey, I think you're right. I think we talked about that. The moment Perry spilled the chili. If you haven't seen Perry's very first live stream, which seems like an eternity ago, but it was only back in November. It was on election night, so that's November 4th, 2020. And that's when he got food delivered. He got chili, and he was running into his kitchen to put the chili away, and he tripped, and the chili spilled all over the floor and the wall over the carpet, and he was like, "God damn motherfucker!" screaming, and the chat was just going crazy, and yeah, that's when I knew that was the moment where kind of like, okay, there's something here. Perry can do this on his own. He can do this. I think everybody that was there for that first stream will agree. Oh, cool. Thanks, Tank. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I saw it just as he was like raging out. So at the end. Yeah, Liz only found us in February. There's a lot of people that found us, like I don't know if who's the other that he was big here for a while. I think he came from Darkside Phil, that Black Mage, but I haven't seen him in a while. So but people have busy lives. I see people come and go. Like some people are on some streams and not on the others. But the one thing I see is like long time Perry fans that have just kind of fallen off for whatever reason, now coming back for the streams, and that tells you that you're onto something too. So where is Black Mage? Is he still around and just isn't as vocal, or? Because he was in every stream for a while, and I haven't seen him for a while. I haven't seen Amy either. I hope Amy's okay. Maybe they're just taking the summer off. Chaz near Leeds found Perry in February too. Okay, I didn't know that. That's very cool. And you're fucking great. Yeah, you're fantastic. So that's great that you're such a recent fan. Yeah, I get some people. I wish I could take a break. I wish I could take a break and come back. That'd be good. Okay, that's good. I'm glad he's still around. Yeah, Liz, I appreciate it. I know you're busy, and I'm glad you find time for it. Is Amy banned? No, Amy is not. For somehow they she circumvents the security protocols. Yeah, I know, Chaz. Everyone talking about the Skittle scam while Perry sneaks the license plate scam under the rug. We need to get a video clip. I don't know if Garrett ever pulled it of how far he actually bent that license plate that time. Because I thought he bent it okay, but you're right, he didn't really bend it. So yeah, maybe we can address that on Wednesday since he is going to be doing a mea culpa on the Skittle scam. And I hope everyone's up to date on the Skittle scam. I ran the video plenty of times. But yeah, maybe we can get into the license plate scam because it's not fair. You did pay $50, and I don't. In hindsight, you didn't get your money's worth. So we need to rectify that. Oh, it's part of the intro, the new intro. Okay, cool. Yeah, why not? Let's roll the clip one more time. If anybody's joining late, didn't see the Skittle scam, this is what we have to address on Wednesday.
Taste the motherfucking rainbow!
He just completely loses control. Look at that lead.
If you wanna call my middle name Francis, you don't know, and then it's got nothing to do with me, motherfucker! Motherfucker! It's Barry Caravello Live! Thank you for subscribing!
There was the Ben at the end, yeah. By the way, Garrett does such a great job on those intros. He's so fucking good. Like, give as much credit to Garrett as possible because he really has nailed putting the clips to the beat of the music, and the music that Matt did, which is the theme song. I think the intros have just gotten better and better and better. So, yeah, he's just fucking killing it. Garrett's going on vacation next week. Him and his girlfriend are going to Cancun for a week. So I hope they have a great time. I don't know if it's this coming week or I think it's either this coming week or next week. But he's going on vacation. I hope they have a great time. Yeah, and Garrett also has a great sensibility for Perry, which is not easy. Which is not easy at all. You know, it's hard. I don't feel like telling the story when I first met Perry because I've told it before. Maybe another time. But the long and the short of it is, we were friends on MySpace. That's how far back it goes. You know, like, I don't know, like 2004, something like that. And he mistook me for Neil Brennan, the comedian who worked with Dave Chappelle, and started talking and here and there. I knew who he was, and then I don't know. Eventually, started working with him, but it is a longer version than that. But I'm a little too blitzed to go into it. I think I friended him, and then he immediately started hitting me up. Oh, is this MySpace still up? Wow. Wow. Gary Groy says, Did you know Tom quit his job and is paying his and Perry's bills from this stream? No, that's not true, Gary. You're that couldn't be more wrong. No, I didn't quit any job, and I'm definitely not paying any of my bills with this stream. So, not sure where, not sure where that. We might have to update the PCL wiki because that's definitely not true. Did Tom have an assistant like Heidi? No, but I definitely need. I seriously need one. Tom is a mafia lawyer. Well, that'd be tough business now. Isn't the mafia kind of over? I know people say that and then they're not, but like, what do they do now? You don't have to do tips for Tom, Gary, but it does help me out a little bit when people sign up for Patreon because I get more of a percentage, like the way it breaks down. Not to break down everything, but like I get more out of Patreon personally, and that does go to some bills, not my personal bills, like my home bills, but like PCL bills stuff. And believe me, there's plenty of them. Perry's phone bill, his internet bill, and shit like that, and on and on and on. So I do have more of a split, an equal split with Perry on Patreon, but not on Twitch. Not yet, but eventually, who knows? Once everything gets caught up. His cousin Mark gets more right now because he put up a lot, and when Perry lost his disability, and I made a commitment to him a long time ago, years ago, in fact, that I would find a way to raise some money. And at the time I had all these different ideas of how I was going to like crowdsource some things, but I'm the kind of person where I don't want to, I never want to take somebody's money and not give them something for it in return. So it was just egg bill. Yeah, that's another one. It was a long time to come to this, but anyways, Mark's been super cool, and Mark, I think that's one reason why Mark is so team PCL is because he's definitely benefiting from it, but I'm not, I don't mean like he's, making bank off anything. He's just getting money back that he put into Perry early on. He really took a lot of financial hits, as did I. I mean, I definitely took more, I made a commitment to him that I would find a way to pay back the money that he was putting in to keep Perry afloat, and I'm making good on that now. So I'm definitely last in line on the with the cup out, but things are going good. So we'll see. We'll see how things. See how things go. But yeah, Mark dressed him down pretty good today. I didn't hear it, but I heard Perry's reaction. I heard Perry's reaction to it. Perry told him to F off at first, which is not cool. He like hung up on him when he suggested that he change. He basically said, and I'm gonna paraphrase, like, I always hated your tattoo. Your tattoo's stupid. And Perry's like, "Fuck you, motherfucker! It's nothing's changed." He hung up, and like, you don't do that to his cousin. And his cousin called him back, and he basically then that was a different conversation, and Perry eventually apologized. You should get someone to do stream highlights for YouTube. Yeah, I think that'll be the next step. Doing clips on YouTube for sure. I mean, there's plenty of clip channels. I love the Perry Caravello clip channels. There's plenty of them, but I'd like our channel to have more clips for sure, and we'll do that. I mean, right now there's a lot of good clips on because Garrett runs the TikTok. Now there's the Perry Caravello Live at Perry Caravello Live, Instagram, and the Twitter Perry Caravello Live. I can't think of it off the top of my head. At P_C_L _official. But yeah, we'll do that. Does YouTube take the highest percentage of revenue? There's there's no revenue for us with YouTube. It's basically non-existent because everything gets demonetized. So there's no revenue. But YouTube should be maintained for just promotion, just people seeing it. A lot of people watch the streams on there, the archive streams. That's why I got to push more out. So it's great. It's a great relationship in tangent with Twitch. You know, the diehards will get the streams on Patreon. You know, but those are the diehards. But for the general public, they want to see the streams on YouTube, and that's why you got to get out. So it's not any kind of revenue whatsoever because every single stream gets demonetized. Once in a while, one makes it through with no demonetization, and I'm just like, how the hell did that happen? It just makes no sense. Do I like Shuli's podcast? I haven't heard it, and I would like it if he actually would dish out some dirt on the Stern Show and what you know, because there's no way he likes what's going on there as a fan, because he was a fan. There's no way that Shuli can honestly say that the Stern Show is you know, even remotely listenable right now. But you know, I think he's still being a team player, and that doesn't interest me. I heard clips of his first episode, but he wasn't saying anything I was interested in. Stuttering John's podcast, as bad as it is, and it's pretty bad. When he goes on a Stern rant, I like that. Like I will listen to that. Yeah, Perry's convinced that OJ was in all the police academies. Yeah, I mean, I corrected him the first time. The second time, I was like, oh, whatever. Loved hearing the behind the scenes with Scott or whoever. A few teams. Yeah, that's Scott, and he's basically. I mean, he's more than a producer. He's a huge backbone of PCL, as is Joey, as is Hero, as is Garrett. You know, and that's basically the Perry Caravello Live team. But yeah, he's also been swamped lately. With a different gig, but yeah, I'd love to get him back on one of these after hours so we can just talk shit. And eventually, and now I got to get my office set up because I'm just in a room right now. I'm just in a room that I just quickly set up my desk and everything at. This is not my office where I'm. You know, once I have my office set up, I'll get a camera on, and I think we'll have, like I said earlier on the stream. I don't know how many people are here for the whole stream, but I think towards the end of the summer we'll probably end up taking a week off or so, and I'm gonna just get a bunch of. I gotta really research it and get a bunch of like top level equipment. Not top level. I can only afford. I can only afford so much. As far as spending on making the streams better. Like Scott was encouraging me today actually to just pay scalpers fees for the video card, and I probably got to bite the bullet on that. But I'm paying so much. I got so much like personal stuff I got to take care of financially. Like I had to buy a washer dryer. I never did that. I had to buy a fridge. Like it's like the debt is racking up, and to the point where I'm gonna have to hit Perry up for money. And but I do have to invest back into the stream. So I want to get like some kind of like, you know, mixing board and all that stuff. You know, take it seriously because, you know, and get like a real. You know, real camera and stuff. So I'll do that, and then we can all like hang out on the after streams and like, you know, I can make calls now via Skype, but I want it to be more cool. No, OJ's not in Police Academy. That's just in Perry. He's in the Naked Gun movies. Why not rent a server on AWS? It only costs a few. It only costs a few dollars a month, and you're only running while the stream is live. Not a bad idea. I gotta look into stuff. I gotta, you know, again, I'm not a, you know, it's a new world to me that I've adapted to. That I'm still researching, so I want to find the best way to do things. It's like that shit on Friday, like all that technical stuff where it's like it's hard to pay attention. Like and again, that's why I fucked up with his body paint. That wasn't body paint, is because there was so many technical things happening where like, you know, the sound was glitching and it was like slowing down and like it's hard to manage that stuff and do the creative aspect of the stream and direct it and keep Perry's attention, keep Perry engaged, wrangle Perry, all of that, and it's like, it gets hard. And there was one poor guy, there was one guy on YouTube that I think he was just being like, I forget what he said, but it was something like, oh, if you guys Twitch only, I can't watch anymore, or something like that, because I only watch on YouTube. And I think it caught me at the wrong time, because I was looking at like my task manager and seeing like what diagnosing these problems, dealing with Perry, and then I saw that and I was just like, all right, bye, go, bye, we'll miss you, something like that. And I felt bad about it when I did it, but I was like, I don't know, everybody's human. I was just I was getting a little cranky at that point, and I really try to minimize any of that on the stream, but it's just too much. When we hit after hours, tips are usually off. They will be played. Oh yeah, Joey. Sorry. Yeah. Oh yeah, somebody put in a tip. I can run them. I'll just run them again on Tuesday. But Perry's not here. Oh, okay. Well, this is a tip for TomB, so I'll play it. I got to get into a static. Maybe this will be better. Hang on, let me try that. I'm gonna try this, because if I play a tip comment on this screen, the comment doesn't pop up on this stream. So I gotta let me just turn his ring cam on. At least that's maybe something better to look at than the car. Yeah, TomB baby mode. It does happen sometimes. Let's see. Where are we? Okay. Let me try this. Ring only stays up for 10 minutes, so I'd have to restart it. But we'll see. Let's go here. Yeah, that's kind of nice, right? Now I got to get the chat box on. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Now I can play. I can play something. Just trying to get this set up. I mean, is this? I don't know if this is. Yes, this is a live view of Perry's hallway.
Six, 6 and 7-Eleven. Praise Hail Slurpee. Visit your local satanic convenience store. Baby blood, human skulls, and Gatorade always in stock. Join Satan with ease.
I'll replay that first thing on Wednesday, Dank. Thank you for subscribing.
How many bits does it cost for TDS? Not everyone want to go through Streamlabs. Love your work, TomB. Hashtag tips for TomB.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to. It's a good point. There's a couple of things I want to do, and thank you for that. Thanks for the tips for TomB. I want to figure that out. Right now, Streamlabs, and I also want to figure out a way to cover Streamlabs. I did the dab. I did that. You can't see it, but I did the dab. I did the jazz hands. I also want to take credit card rather than just go through PayPal. I'm gonna try to look at that this week. Now that I'm settled somewhat, I have more time for that, but I got to designate my time appropriately. I got to catch up on YouTube stuff, and I got real work stuff to do too. But that's a very good question. Andy said, you can say it's none of my business, but how is Perry with money when he has some? That's a good question. It's a mixed bag. Most of the time, surprisingly good, conservative. Other times he spends money but he just had this enormous dental bill. Oh my God. Like I couldn't believe how much it cost. It's fine, we covered it, but it was like, oh my God, because he doesn't get, his dental isn't covered by anything. So he had to go to a dentist. I don't know, was it last week? Shit, it was so expensive. But that's different. That's not frugal. It's like once in a while, like he'll spend some, like, I'm trying to think of like a really big purchase he made recently. He's been spending a lot lately, but it's all stuff he needs. Like he bought some new clothes, bought some new shorts, and again, everything he's entitled to. It's nice. I actually feel really good. He still has this ritualistic thing where he goes shopping like on the 3rd or 4th of the month, because that's like around the time where he used to get his check from the government. But now he just shops whenever he needs stuff. He'll get food, but he doesn't cook as much because he eats out all the time, and that's he'll spend money on eating out. He went to a Japanese restaurant the other day, and that was a big bill. But whatever, I don't judge him for that, because it's his money. He can spend it. He's earned it. He fucking works. Sometimes I know there are people who get mad sometimes when they say, when Perry says like, "Oh, it's my day off," and they laugh at that. But it really is. It really is his day off. He does work on these streams. So. I'm just trying to think of he'll buy stupid stuff like online. He'll see some stupid ad on Instagram and buy something that's like somewhat frivolous, but surprisingly he's okay with money, because I think the past 4 years have kind of scared him straight, because he knows how bad it got. So Locust, I think you'd be surprised how many tips I would get by myself. I don't think, honestly, I don't do after hours for tips. It's fine. I mean, believe me, I'm very thankful for it. But let's be honest, people send tip comments into this channel for Perry to get a reaction. But but that's, by the way, if you guys want to, that's amazing. But I'm never going to be the kind of person that begs for them, ever. Gary says TomB has refractory periods, not baby mode. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. Oh, we did get one.
I don't get to watch much since I work during the streams. Thank you for doing these after shows. # tips for TomB.
Oh wow, thanks, General Dipwad. That's really really nice of you. I appreciate that, and I'm glad. People say they like these after hours streams. They're going to be better. I'm going to improve them. It's not going to be just this. I swear. I do want to actively work on it. By the way, if I see a neighbor walk by, I'm going to try to talk to them. I don't know if I should do that, but it'd be funny. But thanks for that, General Dipwad. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. I'm glad that people like these. The after hours where we, because somebody was saying, a friend of mine, my friend Brian, who came on the stream a little bit the other night, and because he's the one I used to do the podcast with, and he wants to do the podcast again, and I am willing to do it. He's got to get his shit together though, because he doesn't have any kind of setup for it, and he's got like 3 kids. So I said, listen, if you can work out a time to do it, then we'll do it, but he's got to find time to do it anyway. But he was saying, he's like, I really like the after hours, because it's like, after how crazy it is, it's like a soothing like come down where you kind of like, we can talk about the stream but also talk about other things, and it's nice. He's like I actually fell asleep to it the other night, and I was like, wow. But it's also like that for me too. I need to detox, because if I wasn't doing this, I wouldn't be sleeping. There's sometimes I'm just exhausted and I will sleep, but I'd be doing something else. I'd be playing a game or something like that, or watching YouTube or something. I would not be going right to bed, because I'm still. It takes me a while to come down from the stream and because I'm always not on edge, but I have to be on top of everything, and so I need the decompression time as much as anybody else. So that's why I like it. Not that I can do it 3 days a week. I can, but anyway. Oh, that's interesting. Decapitated False. Julia shared some dirt on the show. Stern wanted to cut him to part-time, told him he could do a podcast in conjunction with the show, but he couldn't mention anything. that has to do with Sirius. He said the show has changed to where it wasn't fun, and he felt boxed in, so he just left altogether. Okay, I mean that's some honesty, I guess, out of him. I mean, how can anybody that works there still think that that's a good place to, I mean, it's just, they're all selling their house now too. I noticed I don't follow Stern at all. I don't listen, but I'm still in a couple of Facebook groups, and I see that people are posting like real estate stuff. So apparently Gary sold his house in Connecticut, and Jason, who lives in New Jersey, is selling his house. So something's up. I don't know if they're all moving to Florida, where Howard has his new compound, or if it's just kind of like game over. I don't know. Yeah, Liz, we'll get the TomB cam. Don't you worry. I gotta look in cameras too. I want to get like a good camera. I don't want to get like just like a USB camera. I want to get like a real camera, that plugs in. I gotta get a whole setup. I want to figure out for people that watch Red Bar, how does he do his setup? I know it's probably like fucking top notch that I'd never be able to afford. But what does he run off? Like, does he have his own proprietary software? Like, because his shit looks so good all the time. I'd like to know like what cameras he's using and stuff. I mean, he hasn't been on in a while, but that's always the template I look at as far as like, everything looks on point. How many times do I think he bowed in that Japanese restaurant? That's a great point. There was something tonight. I don't know. It was so... I just got... When those John D comments were coming up, but it was like read with the Chinese accent, that combined with Hiro saying that John sounds like the old man in Gremlins, I had to mute myself because I was having a laughing fit, which is very rare for me. I'm usually pretty together. Even if I find something funny, I'll compartmentalize it. I was crying. I was like crying laughing at that John D. I gotta find it if I could fucking replay it. I was literally crying. All right. Do you guys like The Ring? Should I just keep going to this, or do you want to see the car? I gotta find it, but I was just fucking dying. Let me see. Here's one. This is the one that got me. This is the one that got me tonight. This tip comment right here. I don't know who did it, but this is the one that got me.
Perry, why you put picture of your old boyfriend over my face from our photo shoot and put it on t-shirt?
I don't know what it was. It just hit me the right way. It's so stupid. the fact that Perry was talking to it like it was really John D. Oh, fuck. And then there was this one. I'm probably the only one that probably finds. I mean, it's so stupid. Oh, you sent it in, Belushi? Of course you did. Oh my God, it was no, it was not pushing it. I think it's right there on the line. It's great. Of course it was you. Oh my God, it was. I gotta play this other one.
You tell me photo shoot very sacred and you will never disgrace it. Why put sexy man face over my face? Take t-shirt off and burn right now.
It's so funny. It's like when you're a schooled veteran at how the TTS pronounces things, you can really nail it, and I think that's just great. I mean, there's a couple of things that get me, like the Dan Dizak ones, and now John D. I mean, please don't feel obligated to do more of them, but oh my God, it's so funny. Let me do another one.
Other news: Italy do very very good today in soccer. I look very much forward to you celebrate with knee slide in hallway. Giving my regards to Trevor.
He mentions Trevor. I mean, I wonder if I hit the this speaker, by the way, right here, and your lower this one, if I do it, we can hear like the hallway. And then if I hit this green button here, the call button, the audio goes out. And I wonder if Perry could hear it in the apartment. I doubt it. But his bed's kind of like right towards the side there. Yeah, Norco's good too, because he's just so confused by it. And this is another good John D one too. I'll just play this.
Off topic, but everything worked much smoother on just Twitch. Keep the stream just on Twitch, please, thanks.
That was good too. Fucking great. Really good job, Alicia. Really, 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 really good job. Yeah, the Dizak one, again, I think I was in Perry's apartment at one point. I think it was that Sunday one where there were people, everybody was in there and it was crazy and I had to really keep my wits about me. And there's just one that came in, I forget the exact beats of the tip comment, but it was like, it was pick me up or whatever. I just lost it and I really had to hang my head down because I was crying laughing. Oh, Gary says this is better than the Stern wrap-up show. Thank you, but literally anything. Take the worst stream on Twitch, and I mean the worst stream. Somebody who gets like, I don't know, like what, 7 viewers, let's say, or less. That's better than the Stern wrap-up show. I can't imagine. It was bad when it was good, quote unquote. I can't imagine how bad that is now. Can't imagine. Yeah, maybe I can buy my equipment from Red Bar. Yeah, I mean, if he's not using it, maybe. He gives me a good deal. I hope he's okay, I really do. Okay, so you guys like Ring. Good. I'll keep it on Ring. I just got to refresh it every 10 minutes. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've already talked about this, but do I still enjoy the Dan Dizak stuff? Yes. I frigging love it. I still want to write a Dizak sitcom. I just call it Dizak or something like that. You know, like this week's episode, Dan gets his client in some serious trouble and has to, pull some strings to get out of it. Guest star Ed Asner. Like I want to set it in the 80s, and cast somebody as Dizak. I think we talked about that one night. Tracy, yeah, he's asleep by now. So if I turn his camera on, it's just gonna be darkness. It's funny. I could probably do that. I have the ability to go in and turn it on and just like wake him up, but I would never want to do that. Who hosted the Stern wrap-up show? I believe it's still John Hine. Yeah, this is a good one. Cloned Repliclu says, I like the ring. It makes us feel like Perry threw us out of the apartment. Yeah, I get that. Is it true that Adult Swim wants to pursue something else with Perry? It's possible. It's been talked about. Nothing set in stone. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Belushi says, I love the Dizak ones extra because I guarantee the made-up comments in a few months will be memories to Perry. Like, he'll talk about how he had to pick up those random snacks. Yeah, that's true. Then he made me get him a Choco Taco on the way from Taco Bell, the fuck. Cheap fuck. Always wants a fucking meal. He wanted me to fucking drive him to Oxnard. I had to fucking go to Taco Bell and get him a fucking Choco Taco. Fucking bastard. Yeah, think of like a really, like, as good as Bob Odenkirk is in Better Call Saul, like especially when Saul Goodman is like at his sleaziest, you got to get this guy's got to be sleazier. Cheap suits, stains, big fat ties that are basically clip-ons, Yeah, the lumberjack burrito is good too. Motherfucker wanted me to get him I had to drive to Sacramento And I pick him up, but on the way I had to get the motherfucker a lumberjack burrito. He got in the car, I was like, here's your fucking lumberjack burrito. But, you know, he's all indignant now, but at the time when I first started talking to him, he was heavy into that Dizak guy. He was totally, and I was trying to get him away from him, and he was just like, it's my lawyer, okay? He knows what he's doing. Yeah, Dizak sneaks on the bus without paying for transportation. Yes, that's exactly. We got to just have a writer's room and come up with a full season of episodes. That's what I like. Yeah, he's just the worst. Judges hate him. Each episode could start with Perry dropping him off at a random location and handing him food. That'll definitely be in the opening theme. Like the theme music will be like, you know, we got to get like some kind of like 80s type theme for Dizak, and it's always like him getting out of a car from a client, like some beat up car, dropping him off to court. He's got like a Dunkin' Donuts bag in one clip, and then he's getting out of another car. He's got Del Taco, or he's got you know, whatever, like a fast food play, or Arby's, or you know, and then for his more expensive clients who drop them off in like a Mercedes, he'll come out with like, you know, like a chain restaurant bag, like a Chili's or something like that. The Dizak Files, I like that. Yeah, I think I was flying out when I was flying out to L.A. And I couldn't, like, why I just wasn't you wearing that stupid mask on the plane. I couldn't really get dialed in to watch anything, and I just started. I had this notebook that got soaked in champagne, but that's where I write all my notes in. I started writing ideas for the Dizak show just out of pure boredom. When I was on the plane, I wrote a bunch of notes for like episodes and like just episode titles. You know, like episode. You know, it's just like Bad Day at Court. Season 1, episode 7, and I would just like write season. I would go up like as if it was a successful show, like season 4, episode 3. Dizak goes on a blind date. Like Dizak goes on a blind date and tries to get the blind date to pay for everything. Like I just had all these like little subplot ideas. Yeah, Stu Phillips theme for Knight Riders. So, yeah, like just, I don't know if I'd want like a theme song for the show with lyrics, or just like music only. Instead of tipping a bathroom attendant, he puts a gum wrapper in the tip jar. Or he's the kind of person that would ask the guy in the bathroom to borrow $1. A Tale of Two Dungeoneers. A Tale of Two Dungarees. Yes, that's a good title too. Yeah, he's got like patches in his clothes, and he's always got to scam away. Like, that's another thing too. He could ask clients. He's a character that always relies on that relies on his clients more than the clients rely on him. So it's like, hey, we got court today, and most, if you have a good lawyer, like, okay, the lawyer will meet you at court. He's the kind of attorney where it's like, okay, pick me up at X town, and please pick up my dry cleaning on the way. And he'll like get like, and then he'll get in the car and he'll be wearing like shorts and a t-shirt, and he'll just like change in the back seat real quick, like with the dry cleaning that the client picked up, because now he's got his suit's clean for a couple of days. What if Dizak was really rich but acted incredibly cheap? I don't think that works. I think he's got to at least be like, he's definitely cheap. He could pay. The thing about Dizak is, at least my version of him, I don't know the real guy, but is he can afford to pay for these little snacks at the fast food places, like the burrito bites or whatever. Pick me up some burrito bites from Del Taco. He can afford the burrito bites, but he wants the client to get the burrito bites. It's like part of his payment in his mind. That's what I think he is. Episode title is Pairing Food with a Crime. Season 3, Episode 5, The Case of the Chimichangas and Serial Tax Fraud. Yeah, that's great. And you could almost have like 2 15-minute episodes in a 30-minute spot, with commercials. So it'd be like quick 10-minute like skits and like 2 in each one. I kind of like that. It doesn't have to be, sometimes it can be a full 30 minutes, but I really want to flesh it out. Like, I think we should all get on like a chat in like the Discord or something like that and just like have a serious writer's room about the Dizak show. And that's only for people that are really into the I can't imagine anybody not being into the Dizak comments, but or just not even the comments, just the character overall. He's fascinating. And come up with get you got to get some backstory to him too. Like, where did he get his law degree? Hey, buddy. The next person that comes by will be like, hey, real quick, do you know this guy in this apartment? Do you ever pass by and hear screaming and yelling? Oh, you got it online. Well, if it's the 80s, he couldn't get it online. Maybe it was like a mail away. Like in the 80s, it would be something like he saw an ad in the Penny Saver and like cut out a thing. Get your law degree in 6 weeks. Got his law degree from a pawn shop. That's good too. Yeah, that's rich, but has a DUI. That's why he needs rides everywhere. That's good. It's the next guy if they prefer Harris or Mauser. Look, I prefer Harris. Okay, my card's on the table. But there's a lot of good with Mauser. Mauser's a very good antagonist in Police Academy 2. Harris would not work in Police Academy 2. If you take Police Academy 2 the way it is, where they're out in the real world and they're on their first assignment, you do need a different antagonist, and it wouldn't work like, oh, Harris, who's the guy at the Police Academy, is now, also your captain at the precinct. It wouldn't work. So I won't bore people with Police Academy talk. Dizak fakes his death to get out of paying late fees on VHS rentals. Yeah, that's great. He just goes from VHS. Yeah. Yeah, and then he gets dropped off at court by like a client, and then he spawns like, oh, and can you return my my videotapes to the rental store, and then the client goes to return them. Was like, oh my God, these are 90 days past due. That'll be $210. That is a great point, Gary. That's very, very good. Mauser needs Proctor. Harris didn't. That's a very cognitive, thorough point. Crystal clear. You know what you're talking about. That is very good. And I think they kept Proctor around because he was such a good character in 3. And then when you had Harris back, yeah, he just got dumber and dumber. Proctor did. So yeah, I think he's a good character. I think the guy that played him did a really good job, played him just right. That's good. I think Mauser came back in the animated Police Academy. I never saw it, but apparently even the real actor, Art Matrano, was played Mauser in the cartoon. Belushi, of course, sent in the Michael Winslow comment. Yeah, Perry didn't get it, and I just Michael Winslow was always such a punchline of even in the 80s, oh, here's the guy that makes sounds, because what are you gonna do with that? Because he would be, even when in the late 80s, he would be on Hollywood Squares. I was oh, and here's Michael Winslow, and he'd be like, woo, woo, he'd do all these voices. Of course, in the movies, they're clearly sound effects, but I don't know. I like Michael Winslow humor. I like the Police Academy thing. I don't know how many people were following it, because I know a lot of younger people don't know Police Academy, but I highly recommend them, and I'd still be up for watching them in Discord if Perry was up for that. Ooh, Christmas episode where Dizak steals toys out of the Toys for Tots donation box, and sells them to his clients. Like, hey, I got a Cabbage Patch doll. I know your kid's been looking for him, but look, I paid a lot of money for this, so I'm going to need to get a little extra. I had to pay scalper fees for it, and then he gets busted. They call him out on it. Yeah, the sounds were funny to have the text-to-speech read out. Who was just on AGT? Michael Winslow was on America's Got Talent. That's cool. I see him. I saw him touring with Jimmy Walker, so I know he does comedy. Good for him. Dizak opens legal suits against other member of his homeowners association over trivial things. Need to convince Perry about allowing that police academy pool party. Yeah, a lot of those people are dead. Not a lot, but a couple are unfortunately passed away now. Every episode ends with Dizak picking up trash along the highway while police look on disgusted. Yeah, he's doing his community service. Dizak has a mother in a retirement home that he stays at. That's great. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. He has a sneaky cat and mouse game with the retirement home workers. That's even better. I actually thought of him living in a storage unit, but that might be better. Like that, you could just close your eyes and see the opening to the series, the opening series where he rolls out of bed and he's quickly got to grab his clothes and run out, and he's being chased by the orderlies of the the old folks' home. Some kind of brass horns playing the theme music. Dizak sells his clients' data to computer scammers for walking around money. You picture Dizak just before he goes into court, grabs the cleaning lady's steamer and steams his wrinkled suit down. That's good too. Oh, the storage unit is his mailing address, right? That's where he retrieves his mail. Yeah, and he's always getting those notices from the storage unit to say that his bill's past due and they're about to auction off all his stuff, and he somehow gets it together. If I had my notebook, I'd find. Okay. Hero sent me the Skittles shirt. I'm gonna order this right now. Thanks for that, Hero. I'm gonna get double XL for the $22. Skittles t-shirt for the Skittles stream on Wednesday. I don't know how. I might have to get some balloons. If you guys have any ideas of how to add to that, I'll put some thoughts into it.
The after hours stream is the best part of this channel. Troll streams are common now, but the team up and stunts make this stream unique. #tips for TomB.
Oh, thanks, Locust. I appreciate that a great deal. And I don't know, to say the after hours stream is the best part of the channel is a stretch. But if you really feel that way, that's, as Perry would say, I'm honored. But troll streams are pretty common, I know. But I think what makes this one unique is the community, and the team up, the stunts. Everybody seems to be on the same page, and that's another thing I like about the Twitch only stream is I feel like sometimes if I'm just doing looking at the comments of both at the same time, and you can always see who's on YouTube and who's on Twitch. It seems like people watching on YouTube, not all of them, but a lot of them seem to be like on a different page than the rest of us. Like they're not on board with everything. And it just always seems like they were like a couple of beats off. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it just seems like they were in their own like zone and like mixing with this. But it is an incredible community, and I think that's it's true. What makes this so different is the community aspect. Because again, look, imagine the Perry stream without the tip comments. Like it would just be him, and I think he can go because he went for a long time. Not a long time, but he recapped things from Friday, talked about the paint, talked about talking to his cousin, talked about what else? The shirt that he was wearing and why he was wearing it. So he can go for a while. What he's not like tonight. I thought Perry was this was a great first. This is my preferred Perry's tonight. He was perfect. He was engaging. He goes up and down with energy sometimes, but he rallied, and he seemed pretty cognate. Like he was really, I didn't have to do much, teeth pulling with him tonight. And so if he can be like that, and plus the community being so good, but that's it. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, Belushi hits it too. I think what really makes it unique is that those other troll streams, the streamer knows what's happening, and they put themselves into those situations where Perry it's kind of a shock to him, and I think that's true as well. Yeah, so Locust kind of confirms what I was saying. Like he said, I was only watching on YouTube because of the quality options. But you're right, the Twitch community is very different from YouTube. Yeah, it's just, and that's just the way it is. Not just on this channel, on any channel. On any channel. Oh, by the way, thanks, Paul Sullivan Venmo'd me $5 saying terrific stream. Thank you. I don't know if that was for a previous offer or not, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Just ordering this shirt. Give me a second here because I want him to get this in time for Wednesday, of course. Let's see if I can show this to you guys. Oh, there's a couple of shirts here. There's a lot of shirts, but only one with the logo. Okay. He'll have that by Wednesday. I'll see if I can get some other Skittles paraphernalia. I don't know how overboard I want to go with it. But I like the idea of him having to have some kind of comeuppance for it. So he was saying he was trying to say he was leaning because he was like gonna fall. I don't buy that. He was lean. I mean, if you look at that video, he was leaning to to get it closer to the door as possible, and it just half-assing it. Oh, is there a Skittles wrapper costume? Fuck. Let's see that. Hold on, I gotta look at that now. Do I just type Skittles costume? Oh, I see a gray shirt. Oh, I see it. Men's unisex, funny, crazy. Oh, these are socks. What was it called? I see sky. I see socks. Skittles rapper costume. Okay, I'll take that. That and the t-shirt would be great. Skittles rapper costume. I'm not seeing it. Oh, wait, hold on, wait. See, Tootsie Roll costume, Reese's costume, Nerd's costume. Can you shoot me the link for that? Yeah, for some reason it's not coming up for me, but I'll look if that would be amazing to have for Wednesday. Let me try a different terminology. Yeah, it's funny. This shirt that Hero sent me is really the only one that I see. Skittles Tasty Colors Rainbow Candy Adult Men's Graphic Tee. All right, well, let's see. Size, we're going to go with, XX large. I'll add that to the cart. Also a gray shirt. Let's see. Oh, that's not Prime. Can't do it. Oh, it's on Wish. Let's go do like a quick. Bear with me, guys. I see the guy in the yeah. There's one on Etsy here. This is so ridiculous. Skittles wrapper Halloween costume. This would be so perfect. I just go see if we can get. Okay, it's $39.99. Doesn't give me. There's a couple of places that have it, but I gotta get it guaranteed by Wednesday. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me restart this. Have I thought about using other voices for the TTS? I reckon it'd add a different dynamic to have a male voice, especially from our home. Yeah, the thing is, it'd be tough. It'd be tough to change on the fly. We did have a different voice very early on. We went from 2 different female voices, and I think we settled on this one. I think this one is just the voice of PCL at this point. It would be tough to change it. Dizek spends 90% of his working time arguing in small claims court of traffic infractions. I would love that. Impulse Skittles merch buying. Within a week, Perry's apartment has nothing but Skittles merch. It'd be cool to find stuff like with Skittles stuff on it that he could actually use, like a pen holder and stuff that he actually keeps around. I mean, early on, like the streams where like I wasn't so much a part, like, not that I wasn't a part of it. I was part of every stream. You know, if I wasn't on the mic, I was in his ear. I was just in his earpiece, and I wasn't really coming on the air. unless it was like, certain situations. But like he would get mad at the voice and he would call her a bitch, like because he wouldn't put together, like, I don't know, like there'd be the person making the comment and the voice reading it be like, fuck you, you fucking bitch, because it was like the female voice. So we've gotten past that. But when you watch those early streams, that's his confusion by it. Because if you go to the very first couple of streams, on the OnlyFans ones, which are on YouTube, it's just him reading the tip comments. There's no voice. There's no TTS. Yeah, sometimes Perry talks like he thinks it's an actual person reading the comment. Yeah. Yeah, less so nowadays, but definitely early on that was the case. I'm gonna, if anybody, so here's some homework if you guys are up for it, and I'm gonna wrap up because we're coming up on 10 hours, so I'm gonna call it a night. But if you guys are up for the homework, if you could research some Skittles, any kind of Skittles paraphernalia. I want to see if we can get some balloons, but I don't know, but Skittles type paraphernalia for Wednesday that can be on the stream. That could be fun. Yeah, I'm getting him the T-shirt. I want to see if I can get him that costume. It's not popping up for me on Amazon, but I got to get it. Everything's got to be there by Wednesday. But if you have ideas, like, hit me up tomorrow. However you hit me up, email or even through here, or like on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, however you get in touch with me. Yeah, that's true too. Even at this point, he still sometimes accuses the restaurant. Why is McDonald's sending me food? I don't want it, okay? Why is McDonald's sending me a fucking fillet of fish with pickles? I hate pickles. Yeah, I think they're sending it. That's true. The best email to reach me is just my regular email is Thomas, THOMAS, as in Patrick, Brennan, BRENNAN @gmail.com. That's my personal email, thomaspbrennan@gmail.com. Probably the best way to get in touch with me. Best way to email. But also at Tom Brennan NY on Twitter and Instagram. I don't post or anything like that, but I'll get notified if I get a DM. I think I went too fast to say anything. I don't want these chicken nuggets. Set of two 54-ounce jars of Skittles on Amazon for $24. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. So let me know if anybody's going to get him something Skittles. Let me know so I don't also get it. Thank you for subscribing. Thomas Patrick Brennan. Yeah, you know what's crazy is here's something I just found out this the other day, because my parents sometimes will drop bombs on me and my sisters about, like, family stuff or whatever. So my sister and her, my nieces, they were visiting my parents because they haven't seen my mom and dad in a while, and they drove up from Pennsylvania, and they stopped by here, see the new house and they hang out. And my parents came. It was nice. We sat in the backyard, and we were talking about middle names and how, like, where they came from. And I always thought my middle name Patrick was just, I don't know, because it's so Irish. And Thomas is because in the family, my dad's side of the family, every firstborn male was named Thomas, like going back forever. So that's how my dad's named Thomas. I'm named Thomas. And Patrick, I was named after my mom. My mom's name is Patricia. is Patricia, and they were saying, "Oh yeah, your middle name is after me." Thomas Patrick. I guess, and I never knew that Patrick was like the male equivalent of Patricia. It like blew me away. So it's not. It really has nothing to do with being Irish. It was just like for my mom, Patricia, which is crazy. So I did, and then my parents are notorious for that, like bringing out stuff that like you find out like far into adulthood that you probably should have known from early on. They always like pull out some. They always pull out something like that. I can give you a ton of examples, but that was interesting. So speaking of my middle name, that's where it comes from. It's not really it's not some fucking saint in Ireland or some shit like that. It was just Patricia. Yeah, Patricia's very Irish too. Yeah, both my parents are Irish, and then both my dad's parents are came over from Ireland, and my mom's dad was American, and then her mom was from Ireland. So I have Irish. I've talked about this. I have Irish citizenship. I have dual citizenship from that. Oh, somebody just Sir Tillington, you're watching Perry Caravello live. Perry went to bed, so this is just me wrapping up. Talking, but if you stick around, check out the channel. I think you'll like it. Hey, if you stick around, I'll show you something. We're in the midst of a Skittle scam. Sir Tillington, hold on. I'm going to show you something because I want you to stay around. Come back on Wednesday. We do the real stream on Wednesday. We do it Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. This is the very end of this one. You missed all the big action, but listen, there's a Skittle scam going on, and I want to make sure you know about this. So on Wednesday, we're going to address this further, but I want you to see this video because this is what we've really been talking about all night, this Skittle scam that's going on. And for anybody that just stumbled in, you got to really see what was going on here.
Taste the motherfucking rainbow!
See how it is, huh? Okay, so tough to grasp, but let me break it down. Let me go back to the ring. This is the ring camera, by the way. This is where like deliveries come. We go to this sometimes, but Sir Tillington, the shop vac, is a big character on our stream, and Perry, who the channel's named after, Perry Caravello Live. He's asleep right now, but he was on the stream for a long time. He was offered on Friday, I think it was $120 to put a bunch of Skittles in the shop vac and set it to blow mode where it shoots out. Except there's a Skittle scam controversy where he leaned in to like not even give it a good shot on the camera, and he very lazily held it with one hand, and it was just kind of going all over the place. It was very half-assed, as you saw. So we're going to rectify that on Wednesday. And in fact, we were just talking about buying him some Skittles. So I don't know if you're a Skittles fan or you're just a fan of craziness, but stick around. If you follow the channel, come back on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. I don't know what time zone you're in, but stick around. This isn't the stream. What you're watching right now is not the stream. The stream, go on YouTube too. Go to go to just youtube.com/Perry Caravello, and you can see some previous streams. Go on YouTube and just type in Perry Caravello Live, and you'll see highlights. Here, I'll tell you the things to follow here. I'll have to go to this static screen because again, this is over. This is just I'm the director, kind of co-host, and it's the stream's over now. We're just detoxing. We're just kind of hanging out, but these are the stuff you want to look at. And again, if you're interested, please don't feel obligated to go to any of these, but I think you might like it. So if you go to no, that's not it. What the fuck am I doing here? Go to the this Twitter at P_C_L_official, and then the Instagram at Perry_Caravello_live. The TikTok's very good too. A lot of clips. You'll get an idea what the stream's about. okay, by some of these. But you stumbled into a good community. Okay, we're all good people, and you'll be welcome to open arms. Also, if you go to YouTube, type in Windy City Heat. That's the movie Perry was in, and that'll not give you an idea. It's not really what the stream's about, but it'll give you some backstory. Anyway, I just saw that a lot of people come in and they don't know what's going on. Oh, you're in the UK. I figured with your name. Yeah, we have a ton of UK fans. Perry called the UK tonight. There's another controversy with a fan of ours in Leeds who there's another license plate scam that's brewing pretty heavily as well. So you want to check that out. Check those things out at some point at your leisure. But we were just talking about Sertillion. Do you know the Police Academy series from the United States? They're a very popular comedy series in the 80s. We were talking a lot about that tonight too. Oh, and yes, chat wants me to remind you that something did happen in 1992. It's better if Perry tells it when he's here. He's really the host. I'm just kind of the director and co-host. It'd be better if he told you, but yeah, dig into the rabbit hole a little bit and stick around. Oh, Australia. Yeah, we got a lot of Belgium. Yeah, we're worldwide. We're worldwide. Netherlands. Tracy's in the Netherlands. I'm in New York. Perry's in California. What you're looking at here. This is California, like L.A. area. Sometimes you see people. This is a live picture, by the way. Maybe we'll just do this for after hours. Oh, you Googled it. Cool. Yeah, stick around. I think you'll like our channel. And we have a very good community, really good community. Everybody will be really cool and catch on. All you got to do is really just check out some stream clips. You'll catch on really quick. It's not that hard. What we're doing right now is not the stream. This is what's called after hours. We're coming down off it. But everybody in the community is cool. We'll all kind of catch up on what's going on. And, but just watch some clips from the streams. Perry's got a really bad temper, so you got to be careful what you say because he can blow up at you at any time. I've been on the receiving end of that many times, as anybody here will tell you. But we all love new people stumbling in. Is Chicago, Illinois really the worst place on earth, Dank? My sister lives there. She still loves it. I've always liked Chicago. As much as I joke about Chicago pizza, I think Chicago is an amazing city and a great food town. But you would know better than me. Yeah, Dank says, we are into Satan here, if you're into that at all. Perry punched me, not once, more than once. Yeah, Tony Hawk, I don't know if you're a big skateboarding fan, but Tony Hawk was on the stream about a month ago. No, how did McGregor do? By the way, what did you think about, what was big on the stream tonight was the Italy-England football. I'll call it football. Was that a big deal over there? Where are you in England? Because we had a lot of talk about the... by the way, here's something. This is so Perry. Did you guys catch this? When the stream started, Perry didn't even know who was playing in the Euro Cup. I had to tell him. By the time he called... Rachel and her boyfriend in was it Leeds? He was as if he was following Italy through every game, but he was like, "We beat your ass. We won. Yeah, you're crying because we won." So that's the most Perry thing ever. He's like, he didn't even know Italy was in it, and then he was saying "we." Oh, Connor snapped his leg. Shit. I didn't see that. There's also an Adult Swim deal. If you're an Adult Swim fan, Perry's going to be on Adult Swim this fall. Oh, you're still crying. I'm sorry. Yeah, so anyway, Perry, who's the host, is kind of he's Italian, and he was bragging up and down about Italy winning, but he didn't even know Italy was in it until the stream started. And he was like, it was unbelievable. Yeah, I didn't see any of it because we were streaming the whole time. When we started streaming, the game was still going on, or the match. You guys call it game? Is that like what? Because Akira was like, "Hey, did you catch the game last night, or did you see the what was the score of the game?" But you guys say match, right? Like, what was the how was the match last night, or do you say game? I don't even know. I've been to England quite a bit. Yeah, I wanted England to win too. It's a much better scenario if England wins. The match. Okay, that sounds right. The match. It's the thing. Like, I find so many like the differences between like British terms and Americanized terms. Some of them are so much better, I think, in Britain, and then vice versa. Like, I think trash is better than bin. Like, oh, you should bin it. You should throw that, bin it, like toss in the bin. I like trash, toss in the trash. I think lift, though, is better than elevator. Like, you got to take the lift up to like wherever, rather than taking the elevator out. I think lift is a better word for what that does. It's very descriptive. There's a lot of examples like that. But yeah, you're catching the tail end of this because I was about to close it out. Yeah, we're at 10. We've been on for 10 hours and 4 minutes. It's crazy. In another not even 30 minutes, it would break the record of New Year's Eve. Even though I don't necessarily count, I can't count after hours as breaking the record though. Yeah, I agree with you. When the word is more simple, to the point, it sounds better. Like, it's weird here. It's like, I never understood this as a kid, where you drive on the parkway and park in the driveway. Like, you have a driveway that you park in. That should be called the parkway. And then when you drive on, on like highway or freeway or whatever you call it, that should be the driveway. I don't know. It's very confusing. I never understood that. Also, when you do takeaway food, like, oh, you're taking it away. Like, oh, I'm going to go to Chinese takeaway tonight. And here we call it takeout. Same thing, but I think takeaway sounds better. Is there still stuff from the Big Three VAP package that we're not talked about? A lot of, you talk about whatever you want. I don't really do that anymore because I don't need to hustle to keep him afloat the way I used to. Is that a Carlin thing? Did he talk about the Parkway thing? I remember hearing that when I was a kid, and I was like, yeah, that makes total sense. Like, why is that? I could totally hear him saying that though. We park in the driveway and drive on the parkway. Why is that? I could totally hear that as a Carlin rant. You got in England they call it motorway, which I don't like. I don't like motorway. And I don't like boot either. They call the trunk of the car the boot. I don't. That doesn't make any sense to me. Elevator's descriptive, but you got to think about it a beat. Lift is just, it lifts you. It's very quick. Yes, Perry's the guy that put his dick in the mousetrap. You catch on real quick. So close to the 12-hour mark. Can you imagine? We're going to do that at one point. I got to get one of these guys at one point. You think these guys would be really pissed if I turn the... I don't want to do that. I don't want to troll people. I wouldn't be trolling people. I don't like telly. You know what they do? I think it's Australia and New Zealand. They call breakfast brekkie. I really don't like that. And it's like really annoying to me. Is Perry getting waxed after Garrett's vacation? Yes, sometime. I want to say sometime this month we'll get that done. Has RC ever spoken about the 1992 incident? Yes, he has. I've actually talked to him, not on the phone or anything, but email. He's got a lot to say about it. I can't say anything further than that, but yes is the answer to the question. I like abbreviating words too. Brekkie just cuts right through me, though. I don't like brekkie. It just sounds ridiculous. It's the only one. Everything else I'm pretty cool with. Petrol, yeah. That doesn't work for me either. No, Rob. Randy says that Perry. I'm trying to get his exact word, not exact wording, but a close proximity to it. He basically said, if you want to hear the real story, I'll give you the real story. And I need to follow up with him about that. But, yeah, so I'll just tell you guys. So, yeah, he had reached out a while ago, and I had an idea for, like, at the time, like a Big 3 event where maybe... Randy could be a part of it and give his side of the story, basically. So we just talked about that a little bit, and he was sort of agreeable, and I developed kind of a rapport with him where I was very respectful. And we got to the point where we were going to talk on the phone, and he was going to tell me his side of it, and then he had this huge back surgery that kind of sidelined him for a while. But now I'm thinking, maybe he can come to Vegas or something. But we'll see. I can't promise anything. We'd have to have major security there, though, to protect RC. And obviously, it would be the kind of thing where everybody would need to be on Randy's side and be pro Randy. We're a ways away from seriously considering anything like that. Well, I think Perry sues everybody that looks at him. Perry hasn't sued anybody in a while. He's had that car accident. I think I credit myself with getting him away a little bit from that litigious nature. But I think... what's there to sue? There's nothing to sue RC for. It's, first of all, it's like almost 30 years ago now. And second of all, it's just one person's word against another's. With other people that get sued for that kind of thing, sometimes there's some kind of basis of proof there. It's just, you're taking one person's word for it. Does RC know how famous he is in the Perry world? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He's not exactly happy about it, but yes, he does. He knows more about the Perry world than you would think. I'll put it that way. Whoa, what's my name? Mysterious Talking Man. My name's Tom, and I kind of I run the stream from my end. Perry's the star, and I'm kind of like his. I don't want to say co-host because I don't. He's the main attraction, but I basically am the director, and a lot. I don't know, a lot of other roles wrapped up into one. But it's nice meeting you, and I'm glad you stumbled in. How old are you, if you don't mind my asking? How old are you? Perry's gonna strangle him like a cat. No, we'd protect him. We would protect Randy. How do I know Perry? It's a long story. It goes back a long ways. Oh, you're 20. Okay, cool. Are you in uni? That's another abbreviated expression. Uni. Yeah, right. I think RC would have a better case for suing for slander, but then again, he can't prove it either. Oh, thanks, Earn America. You're going to get on Patreon that you love the stream today. Thank you. Yeah, I try to make the Patreon worth it and load up. There's a lot of stuff on there. It just started to rain if you hear noise. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in there. Obviously, the credenza level has the streams the next day, but, there's a lot of, like, anytime I get a good voicemail or a phone call or Perry reviews something, or there's some kind of other ancillary thing, I'll toss it up there. He did do a Black Widow review, which I haven't seen, but I'll put that up tomorrow. Oh, good morning. I love pasta. Much appreciated changing up the time. It's great to watch live for the UK. Good. That's exactly why I did it. Exactly why I did it, because so many UK fans were hitting us up, begging us to do some kind of thing early. Because I know, as fun as it is watching them back, it's a big part of it is to catch it live. So I think now we're kind of dialed in with the 3 days where it's an appropriate time zone for different people. Like, I think Sunday gets everybody because it's 2 p.m. Pacific time. It's 5 p.m. here on the East Coast, and then still, I know it's late for the UK, but it's still like a 10 p.m. starting time. It's doable for you guys, so I'm glad you guys. I'm glad you guys catch it live. I've heard a lot of great feedback from people that love the new starting time. And then Wednesday, 5 p.m. Pacific. That's more, I guess. That's tougher for international people, but then 6 p.m. on Friday I think hits Australia just right, and we got a huge fan base in Australia, so they can catch it like Saturday afternoon. So I think now it's pretty dialed in. And once in a while maybe we'll go earlier on Sunday, like maybe even 11 a.m. Pacific one day, but we'll see what happens. I keep have to refresh this. But by the way, isn't the ring cam great now that it's not crashing every 2 seconds? Like, it just stays up. It's like rock solid. Looks good. Even when I first started, using it on the emulator, it was all getting pixelated and stuff. But I made some I made some settings changes, and it looks pretty good now. And I'm happy to say I had something to do with him being called TomB. Yeah. If you want to elaborate on that, feel free. But that's the whole TomB thing came out from the fans, because Perry, when we were talking on the phone one day, and this is years ago, he was like trying to come up with a show for the two of us, and he was like, "What is your nickname? What did people call you in high school? Did you?" Because he has a nickname, Scary Perry, and I said, "No, I never really had a nickname," which is true. I never really did. And he's like, all right, you're just Tom B. Scary Perry and Tom B show. I think that's kind of how it went. But then when it was like typed out, when like somebody, I think Rafe did this great artwork that was like a knockoff of Tom and Jerry, and it was like the Scary Perry and Tom B show, and the B was put really close to Tom, and then just everybody just kind of ran with that and started saying Tomb, and it would piss Perry off. It still does. His name's not Tomb, it's Tom B. But yeah, that was 100% from the audience coming up with that name. I don't, of course, can't claim ownership to that whatsoever. I miss the old live view screen. This one isn't as soothing. Okay, so Rafe, who did the art for the Perry and Tom B show, you asked, where's the donut pillow? And then he redid it, including the butt pillow, and then he redid it and put the B too close. Okay, that's great. So yeah, you absolutely did. There would be no Tom B without you. That's great. Yeah, you deserve tons of credit for that. Yeah, there was a couple of different variations of that artwork too. I still gotta find. I do want to do merch with the Scary. I love that logo, the Scary Berry and that Tom B show logo, the Tom and Jerry one. It's still really good. I've always wanted to do a shirt for that. Oh, that's awesome, Sir Tillington. I'm off to have breakfast. We'll be here for the next stream. Okay, cool. So it might be late for you. It's Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, but it'd be great if you could like follow the channel and like check out the YouTube and stuff. Not we think you'd enjoy it, and it's a good community. So you have a home here. You have a home here. Please come back, and thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your breakfast. I gotta get something to eat too. I am fucking starving. I didn't eat at all today. Just so unhealthy. I think I'm just gonna have a bowl of cereal or something at this point. But man, I'm starving. Locust says, on my end, I never heard of Perry until he was recommended in my Twitch channel. Then I got obsessed for a week. Watched Windy City Heat and the YouTube archive. Still wondering why or how he got famous. But if it wasn't for you, I would have never known he existed. Oh, that's really cool. That's awesome. When was that around? Where it was recommended on your in your Twitch channel? Like roughly how long ago? Bring back the Perry and Tom B show. Let's have it official. I don't know. Isn't this partially kind of like a Perry and Tom B show? But yeah, maybe we can do one. I don't know. Oh, 2 months ago. Okay, cool. That's really cool. Yeah, there's so many people that have just found him in recent months. It's insane. It's great though. Yeah, the immorality thing doesn't work as much anymore since he's not really a Jehovah's Witness anymore. That was that when he was spewing that hogwash. Free of immorality. I don't know. We'd have to change it. Things change, things evolve. He still says demons, though. We're not waiting for anything at the door. I just thought this was an interesting view rather than, this is normally the screen. I don't have a camera right now, so this is normally our view. I'm going to leave it here since we're ending. But, yeah, we're not waiting for anything at the door. Just an interesting viewpoint. We use it sometimes. What kept him in the Java cult? A lot of factors. That's a much longer conversation. But yeah. So good, very good one tonight, guys. Really good. And again, that's as much credit to you as I would give to Perry. Really good stuff. Especially high marks to Belusi Sushi for those John D comments. They really struck a chord with me. I needed a good laugh. I didn't get that on Friday. I was so on edge. I was so on edge on Friday because of all the issues that were going on, and then he was being like extra hot. So it's very rare that I can enjoy it like that. So thank you for giving me that laugh because I needed it. Yeah. And we'll do more remote stuff now that this works good. And again, I think, I know the YouTube loyalists are gonna be pissed off, but yeah, I think this is it. We're gonna be Twitch exclusive, at least for the live streams going forward. So spread the word, because people seem still surprised by it. Like I was getting messages like, oh, there's no YouTube stream tonight, and I did put the word out there on Perry's social media and stuff. So yeah, spread the word that we're gonna be, in the Discord or wherever else we're gonna be Twitch, this Reddit, which I don't normally get to go to, whatever. Just spread the word. People will adapt, and then we'll just keep the archives on. And I do promise to post at least one YouTube April stream this week for sure. We'll get the quality options once we get the partnership, which I'm confident that we'll get. There's no way anybody from Twitch looks at this channel and sees the level of engagement and doesn't have their jaw dropped. There's just no way. There's just no way. I think we'll get it. All right, guys, I'm going to say good night, and thanks again, and we'll see you Wednesday for the Skittles stream. And again, if you have ideas for the Skittles stream, hit me up, please. I really trust your opinions. So feel free to reach out, and we'll see you then. No, not an Echo and a Bunnyman fan, but don't mind them at all. Thank you. That's really nice of you to say. I hope it does blow up. We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. A lot of things have to break the right way. Night, guys. Bit donation for the TTS has been noted. Absolutely. Good night.